Court is calling 2023 CR 0562A, State of Texas versus Thilda Thanasu. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense
Greg Van Cleve.
and probation. This is an application. Are you Theta Thanasu Reyes?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, she has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her? We'll
Yes.
find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,500 fine. State recommends community supervision. They will take in consideration 2022 CR 2520, 659-482, 659-483. And there's to be restitution of $57 to the lab for testing. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Well, it was 10 over 10. That wasn't.
That's the
I
plea.
know.
Did you
Yes,
understand that
yes.
to be the plea?
Yes.
State, is that the plea? Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your term of community supervision be for 10 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours community service restitution. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plea and count 2 guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
I can't hear you. You're whispering. All right, state any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor. State Exhibit number 1 with all of its attachments.
Any objections? Mr. Garahan? Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. Court has reviewed the same. Court is finding there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, in review of the past couple sentences that you've done, you have ordered that the people could not maintain their, I guess, profession as a healthcare provider. And Ms. DeLuke has been a healthcare provider for in excess of a decade. And
No, she's not going to be allowed to be a home healthcare provider. She's not going to be able to work with minors.
is that for the balance of the term? or-
Yes. I don't allow that because people who have felony convictions should not be working with vulnerable persons. And I consider children, the elderly, and other people with special needs, I consider those vulnerable people. Although at the same time, I think they can do everything that we can do, probably better. But I see my role as to protect people and let them know, this is the person who's working with you, because many times people will hire people to work as in daycares at, as a home healthcare provider. They never tell the person that they're being a care provider for, hey, did you know that this person is on felony probation for drugs? Did you know that this person is on felony probation for theft? So I don't allow that.
Yes, sure.
All right, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Who is John Stephen Meyer to you?
Friend.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes.
What are their ages?
He's 10.
I'm sorry.
10.
And where's the 10-year-old?
Mississippi.
With whom?
His father.
Why do you not have your child?
We're going through separation. He came here to visit and he took him. My lawyer at the time told me not to let them be alone because when he takes them out of Texas state line, there's nothing I can do about it. And that's exactly what I did. I left him alone and he took him.
Okay. Well, you know what I would always tell my clients, even when I represented mothers, it's not just your child, it's everybody's child. And when I say everybody, it's the other parent's child as well. So if you can take a child across state lines that's your biological child, then maybe the father can take the child off across state lines. But there's always legal ways to resolve that issue.
But she did not advise me.
Okay,
So we could probably look at it.
all right. Court is going to sentence you to 10 years prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's a $2,500 fine that will be probated. There's to be proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Do you have any drug issues? Have you used drugs?
Yes,
What? Meth?
yes.
How often have you been using meth before you came to the Bear County Jail?
Like 6 months, wasn't even long.
So, I mean, how often?
Oh, how often? Not like on the weekends, it was just on the weekends.
All right, people always say that. It's like when people have DWIs, how many beers did you have? Everybody always has a couple. Here's the thing, if you don't think you need help with a drug problem, if you end up testing positive, I'm going to write down in this file that you said, nope, listen to me. I'm going to write down on this docketing sheet that you told me you didn't need any help with any drug issue. So when you come to court, if you come back here and it's a positive UA, I don't want to hear that nobody offered you help. You understand?
Okay.
So do you need help with a drug issue? All right, I'm going to want the UA hotline. And she needs to be tested at least once a week, random. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. Court is not requiring you to do that, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. I'm going to want parenting classes. I'm going to want regular reporting by Zoom or in person, field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's to be no contact with John Stephen Meyer, Meyer. Probation, is there any, take in consideration County Court now cause number 659-482, 659-483. Felony cause number 2022 CR 2520. Probation, is there anything else she needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, in this court, if you're going to be on probation, communication with your probation officer is key. If there's something that you feel that you need, ask your probation officer. If you feel like they are not addressing the issue, you can always come into court, okay? Thank you.
Which side was it?
Just one moment. All right, are you all ready to proceed on the motion?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, can I have a file stamp for an MTR, please? Thank you. Court is calling 2023 CR 0562A, State of Texas versus Thilda Thanasuk. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Jason Gearhead, Your Honor.
defense?
Robert Featherston, Your Honor.
And are you Miss Thanasuk?
Yes,
Are you the same Thilda Thanasuk who was placed on community supervision in 2023 CR 0562A for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on March 23rd, 2023 for a term of 10 years? Is that you? State?
Yes, Your Honor, violated condition number 1, on or about the 7th day of July 2024 in Bear County, Texas. The Venezuela committed the offense of possession of controlled substance in violation of condition number 1.
Is that a supplemental?
It is the first admitted, Your Honor.
I doubt. All right, before I have you plead to that, did you review the First Amendment motion to revoke community supervision with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes.
All right, then to violation of condition number 1, how do you plead, true or not true?
Waiver of any violated condition.
Any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $2,500 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
yes,
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement? Yes.
Is to grant a motion to the borough minister to alter and amend to 5 years TDC, and also to take in consideration clause numbers 2024 PF 06414, which is the possession that she just pled true to, and then also a failure to ID at a county court 4, which is 2024 PF 06415.
All right, is there going to be any objection to the court adding the $2,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Benasuit, are you asking the court to follow this agreement? Are you waiving your right to appeal? Then the court will follow your agreement. The court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Revoke. The court will take in consideration 2024 PF 06414, 2024 PF 0641, sentence you to 5 years in the prison. There's a $2,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. Did you review the document? I don't know if you get all of these or not. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. How old are you, Ms. Vanasup? You're 40. You're gonna have to start making a decision. If you're gonna continue with the life that you're living, you're gonna wake up and find that a majority of your life has been spent at a prison or in custody. You're in your 40s. Let me just tell you, when the 50s hit, then you really start seeing time slowly, quickly passing you by. If you have a drug or alcohol problem, you can get help for that. It's free. When you're released from prison, if you can't find a place to go, if I'm still here, as they say, God willing and the creek don't rise, you can come back here and I will pick up the phone and call somebody so you can get into treatment. You understand?
I'd rather do the time in prison.
Oh, that's when you get out.
10 years probation, I just kept,
Yeah,
and I need to be.
I think we're gonna end up seeing you back, but good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Mhm.
Yes, yes, she
Okay.
said time and money to run
Okay.
concurrent.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Your Honor.